Welcome to the PeopleSoft Human Resources Faculty Additional Employment web tutorial on approving a contract. This training is produced by IT Training and Support and will take approximately 5 minutes to complete. Closed captioning is available for this tutorial. Click on the CC icon at the bottom right of the window to enable closed captioning. If you experience any issues with this tutorial, please email ittraining@fullerton.edu or call 657-278-5647. First, you'll want to review the contracts. To find an existing faculty additional employment contract, first select Human Resources on Titan Online. Click on the main menu. Select CSU Temp Faculty. Select FUL Faculty ADDL Employment. Select FUL FAE Processes. Choose which type of contract you want to review, academic year appointments or summer work break appointments. In this tutorial, we'll look at academic year appointments, but the process is the same for summer work break appointments. Click on Find an Existing Value to locate an existing contract. If you're only reviewing one contract, you can enter the faculty's campus-wide ID in the EMPL ID field. If you have multiple contracts to review, enter the department ID to easily review all of the contracts for that department. Once you have entered your criteria, click Search. All of the FAE contracts that meet your search criteria appear. You can click on the Contract Begin Date column to sort the contracts by the begin date. This will help you to move through the list without having to come back to this screen. Click on the first contract you want to review. The contract will open and you can now review and make edits to the contract. Be sure to check the Ready to Print box at the top of the contract. This will ensure that the contract is generated. Note that some colleges and programs ask the department processors to check the Ready to Print box before sending the contract for approval. This can sometimes result in multiple PDFs of the same contract being generated, particularly if the approver makes any changes to the contract. Be sure that your department processor retrieves the correct version of the contract from My Workplace if you opt to have them check the Ready to Print box. Then click Save to save your changes. To move to the next contract in your search results, click Next in List. You can also click Return to Search if you want to select a specific contract to review. You can now review and edit the next contract. Be sure to review all of the faculty additional employment contracts in the department or departments that you approve and ensure that the Ready to Print box is checked on all of the contracts before moving on to the next step. To access the Faculty Additional Employment Approval page, click on the main menu. Select CSU Temp Faculty. Select FUL Faculty ADDL Employment. Select FUL FAE Processes. Select Faculty Additional Employment College Unit. There are two tabs on the approval screen. The default Faculty Additional Employment tab is for academic year appointments, and the Faculty Work Break tab is for summer work break appointments. Choose the type of appointments you want to review. In this example, we'll look at academic year appointments, but the process is the same for summer work break appointments. By default, a list of all of the contracts for your departments appears. To narrow down the list, you can enter a department ID for which you want to approve contracts. You can also use the lookup icon to look up a department. All of the faculty additional employment contracts waiting for approval are listed. Notice that if you have previously approved a contract for this department, the OK to load box is already checked. Click Job History to review the faculty's work history. Click Return to Faculty Additional Pay Approval page when you are done reviewing the job history. Review the new action and new reason codes for accuracy and modify them as needed. Please contact Employment Services if you have any questions about the appropriate action or reason codes. To approve a contract, place a check mark in the OK to Load column next to the contract. After marking one or more contracts as approved, click Save to save your approval and changes. All of the FAE contracts are now marked as approved. Once you have approved all of the FAE contracts and marked them as ready to print, you can now run the FAE payroll report. Thank you for viewing this Faculty Additional Employment web tutorial.